Hello, I'm Edgar Miranda. Superman and Lois did in 6 episodes what no other Superman show has ever done. And in this one, every single storyline is all about broken trust. Every single one. Good people of YouTube, welcome. If this is your first time here, please know I've been expecting you. Click subscribe, hit the bell, and take a seat. Let me entertain you. Tag escaped from the DoD and attacked Jordan, who he believes somehow caused the explosion that broke his arm, gave him weird powers, and basically ended his life as he knew it. Meanwhile, the Smallville Crows are preparing for the biggest game of the season, against Metropolis. Now, why does this matter with the meta-human threat on the loose? Teenagers. The Kents, especially Jordan, who is the star of the team, have something to prove to their former classmates, which are douchebags.
Woohoo! Big boy Kent! Hey, you know I'm with your girl Eliza now, right? She wanted you to know.
There they are!
The Crows! Is that what's going on, you juicing JoJo? Huh?
Have you ever heard the term punchable face? And Lois is calling in all favors to get inside the Shuster minds, which Marcus Bridgewater, aka Captain Luthor, helps with, both to get in and to get out.
Ex-kryptonite?
These mines have the largest supply of it anywhere. There is your story, Miss Lane.
Too bad no one's gonna read it.
And Tag, hoping Jordan told Sarah something that could help him with figuring things out, ends up kidnapping Sarah, which leads them to a crossfire between Superman and the DoD.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Now, even though I love this show, I have given it some crap for resembling Smallville a bit too much sometimes. But what it did that Smallville didn't, though in fairness, Smallville didn't always try to, is convince me that Kryptonian powers can really be a burden. At least until you go through the lengthy and painful process of mastering them. So maybe Zod was right after all.
What have you done to me?
Jordan doesn't have heat vision. He unwillingly shoots crazy killer rays from the head. Your mother makes you upset? You could kill her. You fight with your brother? Homicide. Idiots bully you. You're a murderer. Murderer. You're playing football and the opposite team gangs up on you. Dead. Everyone. Or your superpower that has to help you release them right there while you scream and cry in front of everybody. He doesn't have full invulnerability either.
Yeah, I thought you had like super durability or whatever. I don't know what I have.
Your abilities are evolving. You can heal faster, but you can still get hurt.
But not fast enough to avoid going to school looking like this.
Oh my god, what happened to your face?
And super hearing? More like super migraines. My god, and given all of this is happening without his control, understandably, his parents don't want him near anybody. He had to rebel to be able to go to school, and Clark started assistant coaching the football team, so that Jordan could play without killing himself, his teammates, or whoever they're playing against. Which you could say seems like too much, but remember, I get stressed when my older kid plays too rough with his younger brother, or acts crazy around other kids at the park. Now add laser eyes and teenage angst to that? Nuh-uh, and Jordan suffers through all of that, plus what Smallville did do flawlessly, showing how hiding your powers, keeping your secret, lying, pushes away those that try to be close to you.
I don't know why I said that. I just had to look Sarah in the eye and all she wanted was the truth and I just had to lie to her. To the one friend I even have. You remember how they treated me, right?
I know what it's like to be picked on.
Yeah, but you get to grow up and you get to be Superman. Who am I? I'm a weird kid with headaches.
And if you think this is a part of the review where I'm going to tell you that the show is great just because of this, you're right. There's a limited number of ways in which you can tell a story. And the story of Superman has been told in many ways over 80 plus years. But I've never seen it told quite like this.
I wanted to be good at something. That was all.
That's not what your powers are for, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm not you, okay?
He's right, of course. He can choose to do whatever he wants. He can just live a normal life. A sense of responsibility doesn't come by default, nor obligation. Nobody sent him here for a reason, and even if they had, the stuff of legend has little to do with destiny, and everything to do with choice.
Because you made a big point at the hotel of saying you're different from me, but you're not.
You like that, Cutter?
Hey! Jordan!
Rein it in or you're done.
You're just making a block.
That's not what I'm talking about, and you know it.
That anger you felt that made you want to use your powers the way you did tonight, I have those feelings too. But I keep them in check. Otherwise, I risk losing the trust of the very people I've sworn to protect. So what I had to do was earn their trust. Prove to them that no matter what, I would never use my powers to hurt them. 20 years later, every time I use my powers, that trust is tested. Every time. The thing about trust, Jordan, once you break it, it takes a lot longer to heal than a wrist.
And speaking of broken trust, Tag acts betrayed by Jordan, and whatever he's hiding, he also distrusts Superman because he's the one who handed him over to the DoD. Jordan and Jonathan spent most of the episode hiding from Clark what he specifically asked for.
Until we have this under control, we've got to be careful.
Dad, I have to play in this game.
You promise you're 100% healthy.
Yeah.
After being his #1 supporter in Smallville, Kyle feels undervalued when Edge doesn't consider him further. And instead of being celebrated for her job offering, Lana has to deal with Kyle's disappointment. And before any of this is settled, Lois asks them to betray Edge and give her access to the Shuster mines.
So let me get this straight. Even though Edge just gave Lana this massive promotion, you want us to go behind his back and help you with a news story.
Clark feels wary about Sam considering Tag a full-on threat.
We have a plan to put this monster back in his cage.
He's not a monster, Sam. He's a kid.
Sarah's trust in Tag is shaken when he accidentally knocks her out. Marcus Bridgewater not only fooled Lois, but turns out to be much more and much worse than meets the eye.
You are armed to the teeth with the kind of weapons that would put you high on the FBI's most wanted list. So why don't you tell me who you really are? Because I don't buy that you came to write a story.
John has to step in and confess everything, when Jordan wouldn't.
Jordan, that's not 100% true.
They also leave the room when Clark explicitly told them to stay there.
What was that?
Stay here.
Everything okay?
Stay here.
Because of Jordan's lack of self-control, Jonathan ends up with a broken wrist and even less chances of ever playing football. Superman now knows what Sam is capable of, using live rounds on Tag and even has online with kryptonite. Lana goes behind Kyle's back and agrees to spy on Edge for Lois, and Sarah, the one friend Jordan has outside his family, gets lied to and pushed away.
I think some stupid part of me actually thought that the powers would bring me closer to people, but all they really do is bring me farther away.
Like I said, a great show. Now, a few things I picked up. This immaculate CGI that is just perfection. Oh, never mind. Jonathan tries punching the log. The Metropolis Spartans were a basketball team in the comic Superman Inc.
You just detonated like a bomb in the middle of a high school football game in front of a crowd full of people.
I could have controlled it, all right? I just let it go because you were there.
Oh, really?
Hey, Jordan, you okay?
I can hold it in.
Given that everything involving the cushions has been so down to earth, it was very weird to see Sarah and Superman on the same scene, and the interstellar sounding score.
Deal?
Yes!
In conclusion, Broken Trust showed us a different side of growing up with powers, while giving us lessons of acceptance, responsibility, and choice, and what it truly means to lead by example. Episode 6, still very strong, and I'm very much looking forward to sharing my thoughts on that bomb that drops on the next episode.
Yeah, but you get to grow up and you get to be Superman. Who am I?